Well, in the last couple of days, things have really been heating up between Israel and Iran ever since Israel bombarded Iran and very clearly acted as the aggressor. And Trump's comments so far are that, when he's talking to ABC News, we're not involved in it. It's possible we could get involved, but we are not at this moment involved. Um, and then when they were talking about the possibility of mediation by Putin, he said, I would be open to it. Putin is ready. He called me about it. We had a long talk about it. We talked about this more than his situation. This is something I believe is going to get resolved. So the second part, I don't really mind all that much. I'm always for negotiations, diplomatic relations, regardless of who the participants are. If the core theme is preventing a military conflict, I'm just not all that concerned with who's doing it and who isn't. But where Trump said, with regard to Israel and Iran, we're not involved. We might possibly get involved. Well, let's kind of retrace our steps here. So if you're an American, and we've seen this from people who are just like online commentators like myself, people who are on college campuses. If you are living in the United States and you take a position that is critical of the Israeli government, you get smeared as having a problem with Jewish people, even if your commentary has nothing to do with Jewish people. And very often the idea here is that by invoking the horrible incident, just massacre of the Holocaust and the historical plight of Jews, they can justify atrocious acts by a group of people who happen to be Jewish, but we're not having issue with regard to them because of their religion, but rather because of how authoritarian their government is. But what gets me here is this is a conflict that Israel started. Israel bombed Iran, and the United States will possibly get involved. Why? What is the legal justification for the U.S. intervening in, first of all, a conflict between two countries that have nothing to do with us, but secondly, the one that is our ally, we stand with Israel, is the one that created the conflict. And then, man, it's like I think about all the different Trump supporters I've seen, both like with whether it's politicians, commentators, who will say, oh, Trump is keeping us out of wars and, warmonger Hillary and, Biden had us in Ukraine. It's like, this is his version of that. This is him getting us into a conflict that we have no business being involved with. And at best, it'll be the selling of some weapons. At worst, it'll be the deployment of some U.S. troops. And unfortunately, he's going to use the religion of Judaism as basically a shield to conduct imperialism. Like you're going to go, well, if you don't support us intervening to help the Israeli government in the conflict that it initiated, you have a problem with Jewish people. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? But man, it's funny. The anti-war president do anything to. I mean, like, we don't even have to bring up Trump ripping up the Iran nuclear deal, right? We don't have to bother bringing that up. But it's like, even if we just ignore that, in a conflict where Israel is the aggressor, he's open to the possibility of us getting involved. And the sad part is that none of his anti-war backers, other than maybe Rand Paul, because that's like one of the few that actually has like a little bit of a spine, are going to say anything about him getting into a conflict that is between other regions that the one that's on our side started. And goddamn well that if the U.S. were, let's say, decided to attack Canada, you're not going to see Israel go, well, we might get involved in this conflict between the U.S. and Canada that has nothing to do with us and possibly funnel them billions of dollars while we conveniently never have the money to help out the people that live in their own damn country, It is American foreign policy. It's amazing how, depending on who you are, we will let you get away with almost anything. If you're Israel or Saudi Arabia, you can just go on the most tyrannical conquest, and we'll find a way to justify it.